done. Now let's learn to divide rational expressions. Dividing rational expressions is just like multiplying rational expressions, except we have one extra step at the beginning. And the extra step at the beginning is where you have to do what I like to call copy dot flip. This is more of your notes. This won't take very long. What do I mean by copy dot flip? Anyone know what I'm talking about? We're going to write down the first fraction. And then what does a dot represent? Dot represents multiply. Yep. Then we multiply the reciprocal of the second fraction. How do you find a reciprocal? You flip it over. So thus why I call it copy dot flip, because you write down the first one, you put a dot so you remember to multiply, and then you flip over the second one. Okay? Which is called a reciprocal. Then guess what the rest of the steps are? Yeah, same as what we just barely learned. Step 2 is factor. Step 3 is reduce. And then step 4 is multiply. So are we really learning much new right now? Nope, we're really not learning anything new because we're just adding one more step and then we're doing what we were already doing on the other side of the paper. So let's do one example. I think that's enough and then you can just work. So this is example number 4 today. 4k plus 8 over 6k minus 10 divided by k squared plus 6k plus 8 over 9k minus 15. Okay, again, I'll give you some extra credit on your quiz today for helping me out. So who can raise your hand and tell me how to factor 4k plus 8? Go ahead. Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. So what should we do first? Good, I'm glad you guys were paying attention. So we need to write down the first fraction. So there's the first fraction. And like Peyton just reminded us, we need to now put a dot to remind us to multiply. And then what do we do this to the second fraction? Flip it over so that we have the reciprocal instead. Good job. Now we go to the step I was trying to do earlier. I think the reason I jumped the gun on that is that I tend to skip steps, or not really skip, but combine steps together. So I usually rewrite it as I factor it, just so I can do less writing. Okay? Alright, but let's go ahead and factor it now. So who will help me factor 4k plus 8? Raise your hands if you want to help me. I don't see any hands. Extra points on your quiz today, Eric? So then what do you have left? Right? Good job. You're the one doing the helping, but good. Yeah, that's right. Okay, who can factor 6k minus 10 for me? I want to call on someone new. Eric's helped enough. Christian, go ahead. Can 6 divide into 10? No, so something smaller. No, 3 doesn't divide into 10 either. 2, yes. Okay. So 2 goes into 6 how many times? 3 times. And 2 goes into 10 how many times? 5 times. Good job. Good job. Okay, top of the next one. Who will help me? Stone, go ahead. Yep, 3 does. So we're going to take out the 3. What's left? So 3k minus 5. Cool. Okay, now for the tricky one. It's not really that tricky. Somebody can do it. Brian. Okay, so then... Okay. Then what?
Then find a number like that times 8, but equals 6, we add 4 and 2.
Excellent. So plus 4 plus 2, because 4 times 2 is 8, and 4k plus 6k is 6k. Okay, there it's factored. Now what?
Now we reduce.
Reduce. Okay, what reduces? Yep. K plus 2. Anything else? I see one more thing that will reduce. Anybody else see one more thing that will reduce? Doesn't 2 divide into 4? How many times does 2 divide into 4? 2 times. So we'll have that extra 2 left up there, but that 2 will go away. Right? Okay, now we multiply together what's left. So we have a 2 here and a 3 here. What is 2 times 3? And then what's the only thing left in the denominator? K plus 4. Since it's the only thing, do I need parentheses around it? No, when it's the only thing left, you don't need to put parentheses. So there's the final answer, and we're done. Isn't that just like what we did at the beginning? What's the only difference? We remember to flip over the second fraction, and it's always the second fraction. Okay? You have a lot of time to get stuff done today, and I really want to get your grades updated, so I'm going to sit at my desk and correct your 5.1 assignments, and if you need help, come ask me, okay? Yes.